Hello everybody and welcome to another modern video. I am back from Bologna where I played the Four Seasons tournament, an amazing 3 days event where I topped it with a top 4 in the Legacy one with Kanister. Today I'm gonna playing my lovely modern, still my favorite format, and I'm actually playing a deck that I featured in my decks of the weekend that won Sunday's challenge in the hands of one of the best modern player in the world, Piotr Klogowski, aka Kanister. He got there with Grixis Shadow. He called it Grixis Ledger Shredder, but the branding of that shadow is so powerful that I think I need to stick with it for my videos. Grixis Shadow is was the most dominant deck in Modern for, well, I don't know, 6 or 9 months before they banned Lurrus. But they banned Lurrus and the deck just disappeared. Boom, no one played it again for a couple of months, and here we are again, that shadow popping up. The reason why you would play that shadow over Blue-Red Murktide is that, well, that shadow is a very powerful card. You are playing Shockland naturally in Modern. It's not that you have to... Like, that shadow also exists in Legacy. It top-8'd the Four Seasons on Sunday. 400 people. That shadow top-8'd. But in Legacy, it's really free. You just need to play some Shocklands and Thoughtseize. That's a very large threat. Easily dodges Unholy Heat. And can just, boom, go bigger than the Murktide Regent as well. Sometimes for just 1 mana. Black also gives you running the Loch, gives you Kroxa, Terminate, but mostly Thoughtseize. Tourach is another very important card that Black gives you. 4-color Omnath is very heavily favored against the Blue-Red Murktide, and one of the reasons why Blue-Red Murktide doesn't sit on top of the metagame. Blue-Red Murktide likely has 51% matchups across the board, but its bad matchup against 4-color makes it not the tier 1 in my opinion. And Tourach can change that. Again, the rest of the deck is very similar to what we used to see before, but there's Ledger Shredder with, obviously just look at the curve of this deck. 4-0 drop, 22-1 drop, 16-2 drop. It's gonna be so easy to turn on Ledger Shredder. And, this deck doesn't play Consider. You don't need to play Consider to play Ledger Shredder. In my videos, I try to say that, and, obviously you don't play Consider in these decks because you just need to play cheap cards. You don't have to play a 1-mana cantrip to power through Ledger Shredder. But that being said, let's hop into a Modern League with Grixis Shadow. Sideboard, of course, there's a licensed Hers. This card is everywhere now in Modern. Buongiorno everybody. How is it going, my friend? It's Grixis Ledger Shredder. I know that's the branding that Kanister gave it. I know. I still prefer to keep the old branding. Jegantha is your companion. It's a free roll, nothing more than that. Really just literally free. It's sometimes this deck might run out of cards. You used to pick up back Lurrus and go Lurrus Bauble, but is Jegantha worth it? Well, I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. You also have Ledger Shredder. So worst case scenario, you loot it away. It's not like Affinity, where you pick it up and then you cast it, and that's it. And it might not be worth it, like the third Thormod Crypt might be worth it. But this deck has Ledger Shredder. Is the app working? Can you see the deck list during the stream? double checking. Hope that no, I haven't been streaming in a few days. I left on Friday morning to go to Four Seasons. We played the team events with Javier and Marcos. The top 8. I was playing Vivian combo. Marcos was playing Cephalids, and Javier was playing Vintage Teamer. And then we played the Modern on Sunday. 285 people. I placed 20 place, 7-2 with Vivian combo. And then Sunday, where I placed, we split the top 4 with Mono Blue. Alright, not that many people playing at a Tuesday morning, seems like. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's go. First opponent, Jed. On the draw, let's reveal our companion. Okay, yeah, good end. Kudendo. Keep. At what point is a good option to crew the hearse? I mean, there isn't an answer to your question. Magic doesn't really have clean answers like that. Okay, the fetch main phase for Catch a Triumph. Sweet. Let's go to 15, shall we? Whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, you draw a card. Pay X and a Y to return a land, so draw a card, and you return an artifact or enchantment from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. I'll take a Ladamri's Call, I think. I'm going to then play Thoughtseize, leave up Fetch, so that I can... Ooh. This is very loud. This was very loud, I apologize for that. Boyukas Bog. Thank you for your subscription with the Prime. Thank you. You like Green Tron? Sure. It's not bad. It probably has a reasonable matchup against 4-color. They play Teferi. Oh no! Resolves. The Thoughtseize bug. The Thoughtseize bug. Imagine if I could get back Lurrus, huh? I think I'm gonna get a shock land. I have so many shock lands in hand. Why did they choose Vivian combo in Bologna? What about Shredder? I think Blue-Red Murktide has too bad of a matchup against 4-color. I think that as much as I love the Blue-Red Shredder, it's not the best choice in Modern right now. Wow, they don't play Otawara. Why is that? Why is that? I think I'm gonna fetch again for a Shockland. Nah, yeah. And tapped. Okay, so now I can go. Ooh, nice draw. Now I can go Ledger Shredder. Go Ledger Shredder. Fatal Push? Yeah. Can go Ledger Shredder. Fetch for Swamp. I just keep on deck thinning here. Fatal Push. Loot. And then Thoughtseize. Cultivator Colossus. I wonder why they didn't play Otobar. They have Lotus Bloom, and yeah, I feel good about this game. You can get back Saga this card. Return a land. You return target artifact or enchantment from the graveyard to the battlefield. Yes. The good old triple Thoughtseize draw. I think this is why it's important to get Shockland end of turn. I'm at 8 life, and I don't even have a... Yeah. I don't even have Delirium, but that's okay. I can Unholy Heat the Teferi. And I'll do that. So that then I can drown in the Loch of my opponent next spell. I don't care about Jegantha. Maybe I should have cared about Jegantha. Yeah, I wasn't playing card in the Great Creator. I think if you see the videos about Greentron, you'll... I think I must have explained it. In general, I just hate card in the Great Creator against the Channeler and Unholy Heat Bolts deck. It's good when you don't play against these cards, though. Okay, this will give me Delirium, although... I definitely... Yeah, in the hindsight, I think I should have got back Jegantha last turn. Opponent's gonna put into play Lotus Bloom this turn. Do I have to play Bauble? I think I do. I want to trigger the Ledger Shredder, but I just want to draw Expressive Iteration, you know? Something is happening. Oh, damn recall. Okay. There is a rule in Magic. Of course, there's exceptions, but you don't counter the tutor, you counter the card that they get with the tutor. That is the quote-unquote rule. Okay, so they put into play a Lotus Bloom. That's the first spell for the Shredder. That they tutored up Tamashi with the call. We can drown in the Loch Tamashi. That's the Fairy. We can drown in the Loch the Fairy. Two cards in hand, one of which is Tamashi. Yeah, Tamashi can return a land, and you return... Yeah. Okay, so let's loot first. Perfect. Discarding Kroxa. Alright, now I have to decide whether I want to destroy this or counter this. I think I prefer to counter this, because they can just activate it once, they'll draw a card, get extra mana, and so on and so forth. They have one card in hand. I'm going to just escape Kroxa, I think, now. Might be risky, of course, because my opponent can draw... I don't even know what can they draw, honestly. Let's just escape Kroxa here. And they have one card in hand that they will discard, and so they are in top deck mode now. The card in hand was a Finale of Devastation. So they had the combo, Tamashi, Lotus Bloom, Finale is a combo. Opponent draws a fetchland, plays it. Let's count how much damage it is. This is 9 plus 2, 11. It's okay to me. I'll deal you 11. I shouldn't have played this land, but it's okay. I'm gonna go Channeler, Shadow, Loot, looking for a drawn in the Loch. Early stream, yeah. In summer, I just sleep way less. I mean, not way less, but it's so hot that I just wake up way earlier than I usually do. They drew Tamashi. Okay, now what happens is they sacrifice Lotus Bloom for white, and they can return a land and return the Lotus Bloom. But this activates only as a sorcery, so I'm going to terminate this card, and they concede. Destructron. Hello for the 3rd month. How's it going? Do I not have air conditioning in my room? I don't. I have this thing. You know, that thing that I keep it for the stream. Although it's still not that hot that I need it in the morning, I think. When it'll be way hotter, I will. But during night, I don't use air conditioning, no. Allora, I'm playing against Tameshi, va bene. I'll have Unlicensed Hearse. I'll have Mystical Dispute. Don't call against Command. It's just kind of leader. It's so weird because their deck is obviously you want. Oh, a lot of subs. I think I'm gonna cut Terminate. And I don't want to cut the bolts and push because the removal spell are kind of needed. Maybe I can cut push actually. Thank you so much to the Destructron for the 5 gifted sub, to Gatto Babbo, Espermir MTG channel, Chazamids, Erigno, and Hamiltron 9000. Dress down is always a good idea. The problem of sideboarding is that you have to take out cards. It's a big problem. Taking out cards is a big problem. Everyone enjoys. Thank you, Destructron. I appreciate it. How's the weather? I mean, it's hot. It's summer. You can't just complain that it's hot. That's like, it's part of summer. Va bene, let's go. I'll start with. Maybe I'll start with a fetch land because I have both Unholy Heat and Mystical Dispute. I certainly want to shock myself because I have that shadow in my hand. So, since I don't know what to, if I need an Unholy Heat or a Dispute, I'll just start with a fetch land. I think it's the safest. Whenever I don't know, I feel like people definitely over sideboard dress down. I think the general rule for dress down is to have it against the Primeval Titan and the Urza Saga, and that's it. You can start sideboarding it against 4-color and so on and so forth, but I think you're gonna just make your deck worse. I think I'm gonna go Ledger Shredder here. Wait for my turn. Because I have I have 2 that shadow in hand, so I certainly want to shock myself. And now they can go Teferi Bounce. That's okay. I can go Shredder, Unholy Heat the Teferi. And this prismatic ending looks like that is okay. Oh, don't have a land. Ay, 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 opponente. It's not a good news. Tu. Ranentix. Annoying. Goodbye, Channeler. Thank you, Luxon. 2nd month of sub. Appreciate it. The Hearse keeps the Ran in check. I need to draw a shock land here so I can kill Ran by crewing the Hearse with that shadow. Shock land? Ragavan. Alright, that also works. I can cast it to crew the Hearse and attack Ren. A Licensed Hearse excellent at taking down Planeswalker. A Licensed Hearse is just excellent. Excellent. Hello, Akariki. You have to watch my YouTube videos? Yeah, that's... They go Ren again. Babine. You kill another Ragavan. Babine. Shockland. Funny. Alright. Boom. Hers taking down another Planeswalker. Yeah. Very good in Pioneer for sure. Okay, looks like they don't have any play. I had the Mystical Dispute up for Teferi Tameshi. Wow, they drew land. Okay, back-to-back land. That's fine. Alright, and that's my fetch land now. That's okay. I am going to attack with Ragavan and see how they react. I don't need to tap the Hearse anymore. Before I had to because I wanted to kill Planeswalker by also deploying a Ragavan. Dashing it isn't as good. I can't when I can have it in play. I could have dashed Ragavan, but they shocked here to do what? Weird. Never a fan of doing this. Cause like, oh, if they steal my fountain, okay, now they cast a spell. Is that an Endurance? Ooh, scary. Endurance is very scary all the time. Well, I attempt to play these card here. Oh, they have Dispute back. Spell Pierce, ma pensate. Va bene. I will go Unholy Heat on Endurance. I should have obviously waited the damage to go through, but okay, thankfully it didn't matter. 4 cards for them. We have our Unlicensed Hearse up. Again, not that it matters at the moment, but it does stop their combo. Tameshi, Lotus Bloom, because Tameshi can only be activated at sorcery speed. Draw. Ooh, Ledger Shredder. Let's go. I'll go Shredder. I'll go Death Shadow. Tapping. I think I'm tapping this Watery Grave. I do have some blue cards, but I think most importantly, I want to be able to... I don't know. This card is very good, so I'm probably, just going to discard that one. I think I want to attack here. This is a 4/4, meaning that the Endurance can't kill it. Not sure if this was a good play. But I think I like to put my opponent to 12 here. They might just die next turn if I draw a fetch land. Yeah, damn recall. I could die. I tapped out. Oh, that was... Actually, never mind. I can't die. Right? They don't have a Lotus Bloom. Can they go Wargate Tameshi? Yeah, they can. Oh, why did I tap out? Why? No, why? No. Don't go Wargate. See, okay. Don't go Wargate. They can't go Wargate. What can they do? Can't do anything. Did they have the Wargate in end? Because I could go Wargate, sack the Bloom, Tameshi. But thankfully, it didn't matter. Draw, Ragavan. Okay, let's be careful this time. Thank you, Goblinski. Lots of subs this morning already. Welcome to all of you. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna return Jegantha. and pass. I don't want to play Ragavan. I might double spell next turn with the Shredder, then I discard Jegantha. Now I have a licensed Hearse up, meaning that I am protected from a War Gate. Where can you find my cube? You go to Cube Cobra and search for Mengu09. You'll find both my Pauper Cube and my Vintage Cube. You can also click follow on there so that whenever I make changes, you'll get a notification. It's a very, very, very good website. It's free. It's a free website to upload your cube. Okay, to fetch down to 4. Hello, So Strong. Welcome. First time chat. Welcome, welcome. Is that a Teferi? Because Teferi... Oh, Wargate for 0. Yeah, I think they had it last turn. Maybe they punted. Maybe I could have died last turn. Wargate gets Lotus Bloom right in play. And now they suck Lotus Bloom. But I have this thing in play. Again, if they had... Like, they need to Prismatic Ending the Unlicensed Hearse now. If they do so, I can't stop them. You didn't think it was the first time? It's okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so they reanimate the Lotus Bloom. Remember, Tameshi can only be activated at sorcery speed. So if you exile the Lotus Bloom, it's fine. You just exile it with the Hearse, and they can't return it no more. And I just have 6 because I have nothing else to do. So you drew a card. I guess they can go under Wargate again if they have another Wargate. But I couldn't stop that one this turn. I can't stop the double Wargate turn. Okay, they conceded. Alright, we won. Opponent didn't do very much. But I guess that's what happens when your deck has, you know, Thoughtseize and Drowning the Loch. The opponent just tends to... Opponent's plan tend to be stifled by your deck. It's the power of playing with discard spell. The Death Shadows were a nice 1 mana 3/3. Actually, they were way worse than a 1 mana 3/3 because for many turns in a row, they were in my hand and I couldn't cast them. It's important that you evaluate a card, not only in his scenario when the card comes together, so when you cast it. You have to evaluate it even when it's in your hand and you literally can't do anything with it. So the problem of Death Shadow, what is it? Is that if you only draw 2 lands, it's a terrible card. And one of the reasons why I always disliked it. Of course, when it was the best thing to do in Modern, I was also doing it. Unclear if it's still the case. Alright, let's keep. Hello, Butt Shaper. I bought the Bayou. Yeah, I bought the Beta Bayou. Online price. Well, I only buy from professional vendors, those high-end cards. I don't buy them from private sellers. So I like to also get delivered hand from hand and not rely on the postal service to send me a very expensive card. Charmaglor, appreciate the Prime sub, thank you. Opponent is mulliganing into 5 cards, as you can see here in this very little spot. Yeah, that Shadow with Lurrus was very strong, but that was mostly Lurrus. I think all the Lurrus decks were very strong. You had Boros Prowess and Boros Crack the Earth, which were decks, and now they just disappeared. You had Hammer Time, that kind of held, but, you know, way weaker form. Alright, on the play, turn 1, Ragavan. Ooh, it's a saga like that. That either means Springleaf Drum or Amulet of Titan. Okay, let's attack. They have 4 cards in hand only because they mulligan to 5. I exiled the Springleaf Drum. That's actually cool. I'm gonna go Channeler, land, Springleaf Drum, Surveil. I can cast Kroxa next turn and tap it to the drum. That's pretty cool. Now I have to think whether I want to hold up Drowning the Loch. No, I think Drowning the Loch does nothing. I'm going to Inquisition. Actually, Drowning the Loch killed the Ornithopter. You know what? I'm gonna pass here. I think it's better to pass. Because if they go Springleaf Drum, I want to kill the Ornithopter in response. Is this a good matchup to board and dress down? Yes. Remember, the rules for dress down. Urza Saga. Okay, perfect. So they play drum, and in response, I kill the Ornithopter. Which might look like a bad play, but killing their creatures is important. What made Expel Pierce? Sure. Oh, it's that deck. Okay. Va bene. They have 1 card in end. I'm gonna go Kroxa. I can even float a mana if I want to, but I don't think I want to. I'll go Kroxa because that will put me to Delirium. Discarding their last card. Attacking for 5. Pierce to Paladino. I exile a Windswept Heath. Okay, now I could Unholy Heat the Ornithopter. Because this way they can't make a construct with the Saga. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I could have added a free mana with Kroxa. It's just that I didn't do anything with it. I think by killing the Ornithopter is... yeah, it's good. You had a hard time boarding in explosives. Explosives is good against rhinos. Hammer time. The Dasher Sound, it's usually for Primeval Titan or is a Saga. Of course there's exceptions, but overall I would say those are the general rule. Okay, so that's 6 cards. I'll take out Kroxas. Take out 1 Expressive Iteration, 1 Ragavan. What else do I want to take out? Ledger Shredder, maybe? Maybe another Iteration as well? Because I'm bringing in double Kolaghan's Command. I don't want to have too many clunky cards. You take out all the Ragavan. That's acceptable. Although, as you saw in this game, I mean, I guess I was on the play. It's acceptable. It's acceptable to take out all the Ragavans for sure. I think I'm gonna do like this. Only taking out 1. Yeah, Dress Down was good in combination with that Shadow. But that was overall just a win more. I mean, it's cool, but I like Dress Down as a cyber card. I think it was also played in the main deck because Hammer Time was one of the most popular decks. But it was pretty bad oftentimes, I think, personally. Perfect hand. That Shadow definitely had a positive matchup against Hammer Time. It's one of the few decks. I'm talking about with Lurs. One of the few decks that had a good matchup against Hammer Time was that Shadow for sure. Buongiorno Nebayat. How's it going? Why Dress Down Goose versus Hammer? Or is it Saga? Yes. Okay. This is a good magic card. Inkmoth Nexus. You know that I played against the Infect in Legacy this weekend. It's funny, I won against Infect because of Otawara. Thank you, Corbin Lewis. What do I think is the best card in Modern? The best card in Modern? I think it's Ragavan. You could argue it's Ren and 6. But in general, 2-drop are better than 1-drop are better than 2-drop. Did I like Kappa Cannoneer? It was good. It was good. Best card in my deck was Sai, Master Thopterist, by far. Okay, unfortunately I didn't draw any cheap card, which is a little bit of a problem. I think I'm gonna go Thoughtseize Paid Attacks. They're gonna go, what, Spell Pierce? But I want to Surveil to draw land. Land? No, get rid of that bird. I don't want you. You would say contextually Ren and 6. I don't know, my problem with Ren and 6, so I played Ren and 6 this weekend, right? And if you play against Ren and 6, it looks like it's the best card in the world. But so often, your hand, you already have many lands, your opponent doesn't have any X1, and your Ren and 6 does nothing. Of course, it's the same problem with Ragavan. The opponent has creature, your Ragavan does nothing. But you can kill your opponent creature and make Ragavan do something. Whereas some games, Ren and 6 just does nothing. And extra copies of Ren and 6 are useless. You know what I mean? So obviously you are not saying that Ren and 6 is a bad card. I just say that Ren and 6 in some games is a bad card, whereas it's very unlikely for Ragavan to be a bad card. Okay, so they played the reality chip, and I missed on a lane drop, unfortunately. I think my play here is just to pass the turn and wait until they keep the reality chip so that I can kill it with the Drown in the Loch. I'll make them draw a card, yes, but I'll take their turn, and I just have to draw on land if I want to play spells. Oh, Sigarda's Aid. That's such a powerful card. I mean, if I... I'll let this resolve and lose the game. It's okay. No shame in losing this game. On the draw against Esper Sentinel, I will miss the third land. It's not that much I can do. My opponent here... Okay, so I can actually Drown in the Loch something and make my Chandler fly. But obviously they have Hammer Time in hand. But here I don't block. They play Hammer. Hey, bon appetit. I guess I have to counter. They draw a card. GG whoopee. But I might surveil a land and then, I don't know. No, don't stop giving me creatures. I want lands. I'm not paying. Tax evaders right here. Why not kill the creature in response? Well, the reason is that they might have Piercing Paladin and then the hammer becomes a problem. Oh, there it is. That's my land. Allora. Well, let's begin by attacking because that's mandatory. You're going to Copenhagen? Sweet. I haven't planned that yet. I want to see how is the first one in Bologna, then I'll decide how to plan the rest. Bene, bene, bene. Now, well, they obviously don't have another hammer, or they would have played it. So here, I can technically just shock land pass, I think. Yes. Thank you, Kobe Lewis. They play another Sentinel, porca merda, Sentinel, such a good card. I think, how about if I just kill the first Sentinel, pay the tax now? Again, they didn't, yeah, I think I'll do that. Kill the first Sentinel, pay the tax. They don't have Hammer in hand. They don't have a land, I think, Kolaghan's Command. Well, as much as I love Kolaghan's Command, I just want lands. I have so much things to do. I just want lands to pay your taxes. Or cheap cards. Unholy Heat, Fatal Push. Those cards. Draw. Bello, bello, bello. This was what I was asking. Now I can go Unholy Heat, pay the tax, Thoughtseize. I kill the Sentinel. And of course we died to a top deck hammer, but that's okay. I don't mind dying to a top deck hammer. Land, bene. They have two cards. They're probably pretty bad. Something like Spell Pierce and, I don't know. Memnite versus Paladin. Perfect. Let's take the Paladin. They didn't play Memnite? Why? Could have a tougher one. Okay, what did I draw? No Stoneforge Mystic, please. Oh, they just keep the chip. Okay. Am I going to play Explorer? Not really. Maybe one time, but I prefer play Magic Online. Thoughtseize first, Heat after. Why? Okay, second aid from the top of the deck. I don't understand why they don't cast their Memnite, but sure. They want card in it. Oh, because the Kolaghan's Command making them discard it. Actually smart. So smart that I didn't even grasp it. Well, this is an easy attack. And now I have to think. I certainly want to kill the reality chip. I need to not if I can not die. I don't think I can not die. Yeah. I think there's no way for me not to die to the hammer. Or a Stoneforge Mist. No, Stoneforge Mystic, I don't die. Okay. I want to kill the reality chip and play that shadow. I'll do that with Kolaghan's Command, destroy an artifact, and I think I'll make you discard a card, because the Memnite can actually chump block the shadow, and that might be a little bit annoying. You're a fetch a shock land, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Allora, facciamo destroy an artifact, discard a card. Perfect. E I'll discard the chip. Ragavan. So, okay, I conceded. Cool, 2-0. Alright, pretty clean matches so far. Any more verdict on Shredder to stay in GDS? Well, I want to say the verdict is that Grixis Shadow didn't achieve any results in months since Lur's ban, and with this card it put 2 people in the top 8. Not only this list, notably, there's a couple of takes right now on Grixis Shadow. I will do my journalist. Allora, Kanister won, we said, but there's also this other person who came to the 8th place, and his list is slightly different. He was playing, in fact, 2 Shredder only, Bloodchief Thirst, so slightly different take, and also so strong as a different take, and he's playing with Dreaded Arcanist, and he's playing Consider, so there's a lot of different takes right now. The modern hive mind is trying to Bene, Magic Tongam on the play, let's go. Tiny Jegantha. Hand lands and spells. What do we think of the mono black Cabal deck? I think it's a fringe deck. I don't find it very good, but you are it's, you know, modern. It's plenty of for fun decks for sure. Okay, I'm playing against that deck. It's gonna be an interesting game. Does Shredder C play Legacy? Yes, it top 8'd the 4 seasons in the hands of I don't remember the name, Pescatori, and he was playing Grixis Shadow in Legacy. He went 8-1, finished 1st in Swiss. Good draw and dress down. Oops, what did you reveal? Oh, a Breeding Pool as well. Okay. Do I want to shock here? Yes. You bought a plateau? Nice. This weekend I lent a bunch of fetch lands to my friend, not dual lands, to my friend who wanted to play in the Legacy tournament. The Legacy tournament that we played at 4 seasons had 400 people and no proxies were allowed. Can you believe it? I don't take Force of Negation. Well, Force of Negation requires blue cards in hand. The opponent doesn't have them at the moment. Waker of Waves, it's like a Sleight of Hand. Okay, let's go Iteration. Hoping to find a land in the top 4 cards so that I can hold up the ground in the Loch. No, Babe, you drew the Outburst. Okay, I lost the game. Cool. I think it's fine. I obviously could have held the 2 mana up forever, but opponent might have just found the Outburst. Sorry, Force of Negation. Ash Lizzle, thank you for the raid. So many people. Hello. 322. Welcome to all of you. Hope you had a nice, I don't know, night, evening, morning. Anywhere you came. Okay, so this is 6 cards. Let's take out the bad cards. So, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat, Unholy Heat, Unholy Heat, Unholy Heat, Terminate, Terminate. 58. That's a problem. Do I have any card that is remotely playable in the sideboard? I don't. Welcome, Raiders. I'm gonna have 2 Tourach. Just 2 mana, 2/1. They managed to resolve Living End. Yes, they drew Outburst. Tourach grows when they cycle. Yeah, but sure. Yeah. Legacy is huge. It's a shame the dual lands. I mean, sure. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's been like that forever. Top 8 of the Legacy for season posted anywhere. Yes, you can go to both their Twitter or their Facebook. And they posted the top 8 list. 8 different archetype. Very healthy metagame. Don't believe what people on Twitter say. Okay, let's go. Well, first I want to bubble you to get the information of the 8th card before Thoughtseizing. Ooh, Living End on top. That's a nice card to see in your hand. They have Mystical Dispute. I'm gonna discard Mystical Dispute. Discarding the Cyclers makes little sense. I'm gonna hold this Mishra's Bauble because if I draw Shredder, I can go Shredder Bubble. There it is. Turu turu tu. Turu tu tu tu. They go what? Scalding Tarn, Cycled, Striped River Winder, and Street Rate. Draw. Let's go. I'll go Ledger Shredder, Bubble, discard, probably Kroxa, and pass. What's at the top? Another land, very good. Has Shadow come back? Yes. Does Jegantha do anything? It's free. It's like when you eat your 4th meal in a row and you're like, oh, but why did you eat so much? Oh, it's free. You like that I lost to Chandra Inferno? I didn't really, but it was for content, so all good. Draw 2 cards. Okay, so now we have to start to cagarci in mano because they can combo. Che palla di merda, madonna mia. I hate that deck so much. What if I go Iteration and just hope that... oh, something happens. I can just hold a 3 mana Mystical Dispute. I'm never gonna win. Oh, I can't cast Iteration with basic Swamp. I know I'm dead. Although, losses to Living End don't really count. Pretty sure about that. I think I'm gonna just discard the Shadow to loot. What do I do now? I'm gonna discard the Mystical Dispute and just cast Channeler. I think so, yeah. Losses to Delver in Legacy? That's not true. Delver barely top 8 the 4 seasons. I beat 3. Alright, let's play this as well. Let's attack. And everybody cross their fingers. I was hoping that I could loot into a Spell Piercer Flusterstorm. Alright. I'll take a bathroom break and I'll be back for round number 4. Every game has been so straightforward so far. Okay, let's go. Round number 4 with Grixis Shadow. This deck can play 3 or higher drops, but why would you? What makes a good deck versus a fringe deck? Results. If a deck has result, it's a good deck. If a deck has 0 results, it's a fringe deck. You read that I placed second in a paper event. We split the top 4. But yeah, that was good. That was good. I should play lures. I mean, you joke about this, but I just received a message on Instagram right now that asked why you're playing Jegantha over lures. So old people, everyone thinks about like fun jokes, like why do you play that over that? But I actually get these questions. Like when I posted my selfie with Kappa Cannoneer, I want to say 10 people messaged me asking, what deck did you play? When the picture was literally with Kappa Cannoneer. Why do we play Bolt over Lightning? Why do we play Unholy Heat over Lightning Bolt? I want to say it's mostly to kill Omnath. Alright, keep. My opponent thankfully does not play Living End, so we have the chance of winning a game of Modern. Kaira versus Jegantha. I think it's kind of fun that I keep Companion around so that you just do this Kaira versus Jegantha. I guess Kaira is slightly irrelevant if you pull elementals. Okay, let's go. I think I want to go Mishra's Bubble myself here. Sure, I can hold it for Shredder, but I don't mind drawing an Unholy Heat for their, I don't know, turn 2. Turn 2 something. We're going to try an Island. I think that's blue-white control. It's not elementals. So this means no Zapcaster Mage with Kaira. E niente. Sitting around in the land. Go. Is a Licensed Earth worth of a Relic Lantern? I don't have an answer. It's certainly better against... certainly better against the Blue-Red Murktide. I think this is not the game I win. Against Blue-White, you have to play a 1 mana card. If you don't play a 1 mana card, you just lose the game. I have a full house of Ochre cards right now. I don't want to play Iteration. I let my opponent Charm. Draw 2 cards. Good on you. I think you just assume you always lose to Living End, so the difference between Relic and Lantern, a Licensed Earth and Lantern is the same. And hers is very good against the Blue-Red Murktide. Return Companion? No. Can't. What if they go fetch land to Fairy this turn? Wow, you went to discard phase? Crazy. Kroxa, attenzione. Let's cast Iteration. Hand, bottom, exile. I don't want to cast it. Because if I dash, I have to go to discard. Actually, going to discard isn't the worst. I can just discard Kroxa. Dai, va bene. Let's dash. Dashing Ragavan. I go to discard and discard Kroxa. No, Nah, maybe I should. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should have just cast it. Oh, wow. You go Solitude? Tutta la vita. Would you consider Ursa a Fairy Macabre in the 8 cast board? No. No. Fairy Macabre is there for Reanimator. Hers is not good. Okay. Yeah, no need to discard anymore. My opponent actually discarded. Wow, pretty crazy that I'm winning this game. My opponent saw off 1/4 of their deck and only saw 3 lands. And yeah, I mean, despite my hand is like the clunkiest hand you can imagine, we're actually fine here. Why not fetch top land on a turn? We played with 3 Death Shadow. This deck is called Grixis Death Shadow. If you play against a deck that attacks you, you can fetch top land. For example, I did that on round 1. If you play against a deck, like a control deck, you just shock, because if you draw Death Shadow, you won't. Okay, muy bien. Muy bien, chat. I'm gonna go... Allora. Hand, bottom, exile. And I try to shock your Teferi. Should have played the land, because if you play Spell Pierce here, I'll be upset. Who do you play? Charm to draw 2 cards. Va bene. Va bene. Let's go! We're in this. In it to win it. Chalice of the Void. Porca merda. What is muy bien? Muy bien. That means molto buono. White. Chalice of the Void. I mean, it's kind of funny that I just whatever, right? I counter it. I mean, I know I only have 2 drops in hand, but my deck has 22 1-drops. "22 1-drop is my deck. E dai, let's continue to do iterations. Hand, bottom, exile, montagna, Ragavan. Do I dash? I think I do. Dasheroni. Pepperoni. Because of prismatic ending. Okay, condemn. What's that? Source to Plowshares? What do you have? You pitch Supreme Verdict? Lol. The March? Sure. Three Shadows seems wrong. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and deck build difference. I think I'm fine with not decking one of the, if not the best modern player ever, Piotr Glogowski. Possibly the best player ever, but that's another topic. He unfortunately ran out of Expressive Iteration. Hello, Raven's Crime. Opponent, you committed a crime. Time to discard a card. Are we winning? I think so. What should discard? Memory Deluge? Huh. Do I have any land left? I have for sure 1 Blood Crypt. Is that it? Because I can't return Jeggy. Nah, I think I'll pass. I don't want to return Jeggy yet. Okay. Yeah. I knew it was a Memory Deluge. Not today. I'll fetch the last land before drawing it. Oh, I have 2 more. Sure. Draw. Dragon's Rage Channeler. 1 mana, 3/3. Here we go. I can return Jegantha, but I want to keep up double drown. Because opponent can go end of turn Solitude and tap Solitude or whatever. I'll drown Archmage Charm. Counter target spell. Surveil? Don't forget about that. Kroxa. Huh. Do I want to draw it or put it in the graveyard? I think I'll draw it. I think it's better than a land. Opponents most likely will have at least a card in hand, and it's going to be a spell because they've been missing land drops forever. Why not escape Kroxa? Because I wanted to have 2 drawn in the Loch up. Prismatic Ending. I think this is okay. I'll play Kroxa from the graveyard. Delving lands. They have 1 card in hand. Hopefully it's not Solitude. What is it? Oh, it's the Wandering Emperor. Counter target spell. Wait, actually, though. This does so little. The Wandering Emperor, it's very overrated, I believe. You can have it. I'll shock your medium planeswalker and pass the turn. You go to 13, and you can go. You play the land, very good. Draw. Let's go. Ledger Shredder. Terminate. Loot. Oh, Ragavan. I win, right? Sono 9 più 2, 11. Yes, that's lethal. Dasheroni. Alright, good win. Thankfully our opponent was heavily mana screwed in the early game, and that made up with my inability to draw creatures in the early game. Is Zakete. 2 mana, lava, spike. Oh, Memory Deluge. I forgot about that. Pogs? I forgot about that. Oh no, I don't have lethal anymore. Oh no, my Drowning Dog that I discarded. Ah! Not bad, I think it's gonna be fine. But I assumed the game was over. I guess it was not. You have 2 cards in hand. I have Ragavan in hand and 2 Kroxas around. It's not gonna be easy. Yeah. Alright. Let's sideboard. Against the Control. Tourach, this is where it shines. I license hers. Let's take a bold push. Terminate, terminate. Spell Pierce. Maybe I take out a couple of heats. But another heat? Yeah. I don't know about this. Explosives for Chalice? I could see that. I could bring in also the Unlicensed Hers, because that's a vehicle. You like Tourach? There it is. That's my dread Cantor. Would opponent bring in Rest in Peace? I don't know if they have it. Maybe. Flusterstorm worth considering. Nah. Can you dress down the evoke so I should not enter the battlefield? That's a good question. Well, it depends if they put it on the stock in the wrong way. If they first evoke it. No, actually, you can't. No. Once it came into play. Yeah, once it came into play, the Solitude, its abilities on the stock, even if you play dress down. So if you want to stifle the Solitude trigger, you have to play dress down in response, in which case the Solitude will stick into play. I was playing at the Vivian combo, opponent played Torpor. I went end of turn double Solitude on turn 2. Attack and tap for attack for 6. Lifelink. That was fun. I lost that game. Okay, let's go. Jegantha, hello. Kahera, hello. Lands and Spells, hello as well. Yep. Dark Poof, exactly. Okay, Polluted Delta. I'll go land go. If Flusterstorm is not good at control matchup, what matchup is for Cascade? I keep up spell pierce for Chalice of the Void. Let's go Channeler, Mishra's Bauble. Land, no gracias. Spell, yes please. Teferone Paperone, you're very welcome. Opponent shocked and did nothing. It's weird. Ooh, ooh. Freakunasti raid, hello. 54 people, welcome to all of you. All and each of you. Welcome to Mango Stream. Do I go iteration here? It's a little bit risky. It's a little bit risky. I don't love to take that risk at the moment. I think I'll Thoughtseize. Maybe I hit the Lyra on top for 3. That's cool. Land, no gracias. Ooh, la Madonna. How am I supposed to discard from this hand? I guess I'll take a Memory Deluge. Le Deluge. Un daño. Un Izamaru. What do you think of the Yawgmoth deck? Never been a fan. Never been a fan of the Yawgmoth deck. But you can check my YouTube video on the channel. Made it last week. Buongiorno, don't make me cry. Chalice of the Void. Oh wow, they played very well around Spell Pierce. Well done, opponent. You must be a master. Okay, that's a channeler. Doesn't seem great. Draw. That's Shadow. It's not a good draw. Let's go blue, red. Expressive Iteration. Surveil. Ragavan. No gracias. Trigger. Dio, Madonna di Dio. Porca puttana Eva. Surveil. Mishra's Bauble. Top. Go. I lost. I lost the game. I lost the game. Leaving a Chalice in hand was a bit... It was a bit... Yeah, I mean, my hand didn't have that many 1-drops. Yeah, I could have avoided this loss. I have to call against command in my deck. Is it true that Italian eat dinners late in the evening? Spanish eat way later than us, if we have to compare. We eat it at 9 p.m. Spanish like at 11. Oh, there it is. That's this K command. Hello, K command. How's it going? How are things? The Pokemon Island. Peperone, paperone. Let's attack the Teferino Paperino first. Instant speed at sorcery? What's the sorcery? Sorry, sorcery instant speed I meant to say. But let's kill the two annoying permanents that are into play right now. Uno e due. I wish I had that Shadow now in my hand instead of Monoland. But unfortunately, I discarded it. And I can't, we can't beat the Fairy. Oh, the classic, you bubble yourself, you see Polluted Delta, you shuffle, guess what's on top? Guess what's on top? Guess what's on top? You guessed it? Polluted Delta. Attenzione! 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 Don't counter. No! Kroxa. Oh no, chat. I misstep. I can't flash this back. Alright, concede. Let's go to game number 3. Do I want to explosives? Nah. Do I want to bring in back some Unholy Heat? Nah. Do I want? Nah. Nah, this deck is perfect. Let's go. Maybe I should have discarded the Chalice in the hindsight. With the ability to hindsight, I should have discarded the Chalice. Let's the spells! Alright, on the play, turn 1 Ragavan. They either have a prismatic ending, or the game literally ends on turn 2 with our Phage the Untouchable. You mean like, what's Phage of the Untouchable? Alright, I'll show it to you in case you are unaware. Phage the Untouchable, printed in the Legions. Costs 7 mana, it's a 4/4. Whenever Phage deals combat damage to a creature... No, aspetta. Whenever Phage deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. That's Ragavan, Nimble, Pilferer. So, yeah. Let's see if the opponent has the ability to stop my Phage the Untouchable. Or if they don't. Thank you, Don Sala. Top land, that's a good start. Do you have La Solitudine? You do not. GG. 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 No, Dreaded Arcanist didn't need to deal damage to win the game. You don't need to attack, that's different. You can stop Ragavan with, like, a creature. Ma no, ma come Solitude? Va bene, okay, I'll accept it. Good morning, Ionski. You're following my report? Nice, thank you. Yeah. Va bene, okay, for this time, I'll let you kill my Ragavan and dodge the death on turn 2. Raven's Grind, your go. Probably shuffled, but then maybe I draw. Ooh, Teferone, cool. Draw. Play land and say go, because they can go fetch land round and I counter to Fairy. I don't like 2 iteration here, I think it's bad. What was the loss to? Living End, which felt unwinnable. Ledger Shredder. Okay, let's go. Shockland. Ledger Shredder. That's Shadow. How do I want to tap? Cosy. Ledger Shredder. That's Shadow. Mouse pad on the 5. What's that? Charm? Draw 2 cards? Tutta la vita. Bing. Go! We got a 1/3 and a 2/2. Put has 5 cards in hand. After a mulligan, a 2 for 1, and Kroxa discarded him a card. That's weird. They shock fetch main phase. Then you play March on my Shredder. Sibian. And now it's time to untap with Expressive Iteration. I think I'm gonna do the chain. And bottom, exile, play iteration. This is the famous iteration chain on turn 5. Hand, bottom, exile, swamp. Thank you, Daisy. How's it going? How is it going, Daisy? Thank you for the 24 months. That's 2 years of sub. Long time. Teferino Paperino. Bonjour. Bonjour. A tout le monde, says Teferino. I wanna go Ledger Shredder. Mishra's Bauble. Loot. Thoughtseize this card. Then I wanna go Kolaghan's Command. Kill Teferino. Discard a card. Or, yeah, I think I wanna do that. Discard a card, deal 2 damage. You discarded a Breeding Pool. And then you draw a Rest in Pepegas. No, my Kroxa, my drown. Wait, I shuffled, so they didn't draw Rest in Pepegas. Ah, lol, okay. Kroxa number 2, huh? 3, 4, 5, okay. Let's start with Kroxa from the graveyard. Delving, land, spell. Discarded a land. Attack. I think they didn't. I think they're not ghosting. With that shuffle, I think they're not ghosting. It's official. We can clear Milky Stick from the blacklist. Other people still remain. My blacklist of ghosters. It's always there. You wanna bounce that thing? I gotta draw a counter. Yeah. Ooh, a second. Va bene. What's your life total here? Te ne faccio 3, 6, 9. You dead. You dead. You are dead. Thank you to Demon Fire 79 for the 16th sub month. I appreciate it. Tons of subs today. Really appreciate it, chat. It's nice to be back in the stream. Good morning, Zisk. You couldn't go because you got sick? Yeah. It's a shame. It was a nice weekend. I shuffled my hand to at least 1,000 people, so hopefully... Actually, I got pretty lucky to not get sick. Stormy Dave. Just subscribe to the Prime. Alright, let's go. Let's make a clear 4-1. Remember, losses to Living End don't count, so that would be like a 4-0. Pretty good record. Buongiorno, Alefa Kampa. How many Kappa did I cast over the weekend? I remember there was a game pretty impressive against Blue Red Delver. I went turn 1 Seat of Synod Go. On turn 2 I went Bauble Mox, Thoughtcast, Bauble Thought Monitor, Kappa Cannoneer. Opponent forces, I forced. That was my turn 2. I signed one of your friend's basics. Yep. Did I catch the final episode of the Arena Craft podcast? I didn't, but he said that it was one of the favorite guests on the show. That's cool. What is Kappa Cannoneer? It's a creature. You can watch my last legacy video on my YouTube channel where I play that card. It's even in the thumbnail. Jegantha, time to show up, doing nothing. But, you know, you are... No, opponent revealed a much better companion, unfortunately. I got lands and I spells. Yeah, the MTG bot is posting the emote. Well, that's not MTG bot fault, that's just Twitch. Sylvan Librarian with the 13th month. Unfortunately, my opponent was better than me at rolling the dice, so I cannot play a turn 1 Ragavan. But I will play a Thoughtseize. What do you got? Yeah, Safranali posted a deck list. Our opponent has Renantix. We have to discard Renantix. How does the deck feel? It feels good. They have these cards. Ma Obsidian Charm proprio a caso, cazzo. A caso. I mean, I can go... Actually, I can go Shadow 1/1. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Right? It seems like a bad idea, but I don't think it's a bad idea. Shadow 1/1 Ragavan. Oh my, I just have this Nightmare scenario that if they draw Solitude, they exile my Ragavan, I gain 2 life, the Shadow dies. Please don't draw Solitude. What's my pseudo on Cube Cobra? Mengu09. Mengu09. How do I place Mill in the modern metagame right now? I don't like Mill, I'm sorry. Not a Mill lover. In your opinion, Ledger Shredder is a great card, but €20 is exceeding. Yeah, your opinion... There's this meme that I always enjoy reading. This thing I like, insert, should cost less money. That's just a evergreen overall. You can apply to literally anything. It's always good. Has Javier been to Italy before this weekend? Yes. He has. Okay, so Renantix is on 4 counters. E la mia mano è una merda. Una mierda. Let's go iteration. Okay, I like this. Hand. Bottom. Exile. Steam Vents untapped, yes. Unholy Heat di Ren. Poi Attacchino. Papam. Hello, Boeminida. Do I not like the Mill as an archetype, or you don't think it's good right now? Mill is not very good usually. Sometimes, I guess. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's so lucky. It never hit a land. Sure, let's go. Love it. Let's go, Ledger Shredder. Thoughtseize. Loot. Push? Yeah. Porco cazzo che mano. That is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. Do I want to play a land or pass? Yes, people hate Mill as an archetype. Yeah, but I'm a competitive Magic player. I don't really hate Mill. I hate Leading End, despite being a competitive Magic player. I really dislike it. I think it's very bad gameplay, makes the game very bad. No one really has fun, except the player that wins, because they get to win the game. But other than that, I don't really have preferences. Chalice of the Wood is another very terrible card. And I played that at the last tournament on Sunday. Don't I also hate Boggles? I mean, that's fine now. If a deck is weak, I don't hate it anymore. Hello, I think I have to play Terminate here. But I think I'm gonna do that with the Swamp. Let's play Shredder. Let's play Terminate. What do I want to Terminate? The Spyro or the Coatl? Coatl, I guess, chum blocks. Let's do double loot. Attack for 2. Yorgo. It's strong bad now too. It's not great. This is another card that is like Icevan Coatl. I don't think it's very good. Teferi Balance, my big shredder. Okay. There's no land deck. Well, unfortunately, in this... Oh, they played a single spell. In this format, you play discarding 4 color, which is a 4 color, so you need to... Let's play Shredder. Let's play Unholy Heat on the Coatl. Double loot. I'll attack the Fairy. And then post combat I'll play Thoughtseize. Going to 5. Allora, what do we want to take here? I think I'm taking Solitudine. They can go Prismatic Ending and then Coatl in my turn, but I don't think it's as dramatic as them going Land Solitude. I don't know why I used the word dramatic. I was just going to say bad. What does it mean, dramatic? Aspetta, let me check. Drammatico in Italian, that's a different meaning, I think, right? Dramatic? No, it's the same. But anyway, hope you understood my point. How about Eternal Witness? I think it's a very weak card, so it can stay there. Okay, they go Ending and Coatl. Sure. Well, I need to draw Kroxa Iteration, not land. Ah! Dai, così. Attack. Now it's time for my Jegantha to return to end. Go. Attack, they put me to 2 life. I probably shouldn't have attacked. Oh, I died to 1 volt. That's okay. Alright, let's bring in Tourach. Let's bring in... Is that it? Might be it. Yeah, I think it's it. Alkawa push and heat. Maybe I can cut that shadow. I remember Javier when he was like practicing a lot of Grixis Shadow. He cut the mountain. I wonder why they brought it back. Let's go land Ragavan. Hope they don't have the prismatic ending or bolt. On the draw, Ragavan is bad, or rather not amazing, as you saw in the first game because of Ryan and 6. But on the play, you cut the answers. You can only have Solitude or Prismatic Ending. There it is. Okay. Accept it. Still a nice 2 for 1. Let's go Shredder and pass. Could have set it at Terminate, but that answer Omnath very cleanly, whereas Unholy Heat might not answer Omnath. And by cleanly I mean still 2 for 1 because they drew a card. Yeah, Random Ticks. Unfortunately, Random Ticks doesn't die to either of my removal spell at the moment. I think I return Jegantha here. Opponent plays this spell, I'm happy to loot it away. I want to switch Terminate for Dispute. I could see that, yep. They have 5 cards. Let's see if they have Teferi. No Dreadbore? No. Sorcery are banned. Abundant Growth. Okay. You can kill Tourach with Lightning Bolt. I just hope they don't have it, I guess. And if they don't have Lightning Bolt, this card is very hard to deal with. Oh, Fury they add. Thankfully I discarded it. Okay, 3 cards. And they played oh, you return Secret Foundry. Okay. Drop. I can go Inquisition and that will pump the Tourach. Kroxa, huh. I think I put that in the graveyard. Nice Flusterstorm. So Tourach becomes a 5 and kills the Ren and Ticks. Alright, pass. Yep. Let's go Terminate for Dispute. The only 3 drop, funny. And then what else? I think on the draw, one more Spell Pierce. I'll cut another Shadow. Pretty weak card. Only have one. Alright. Great. We have Tourach, the best card possible in this match. Keep. Alpine Moon is only there for Urza's Saga. That's it. And I guess Tron. I'll go land go. I don't want to play a Channeler on turn 1. Okay. I think I'll play a Channeler now. Don't think they have random 6. And the Drown can't really counter Teferi next turn. You want to board out Drown for unlicensed. Unlicensed Hearse? I think Drown is good. Possession Endures. Sure. Guess they don't have lands. You know who has lands? Me, porca madosca. I shouldn't have attacked. Now they endurance me. Oh, thank God they don't have endurance. Fuck. That's actually good. I was afraid. I think I'm gonna get a couple of basics here. And just return Jegantha. No reason to hold up Drown, I think. Unban talk? Nah, not even unban talk. Unban talk is as boring as ban talk. Just enjoy the format as it is. It's perfect. Modern is best format. Best it's ever been. Okay, I got 7 cards. Next turn I'm gonna fire off the Tourach. If they have counterspell, well, good on you. I don't know, I feel like everyone that just talks about bans or unbans is just because they have nothing to say and they just, I don't know, say hypothetical stuff. It's mostly people that don't play Magic. I don't know, I've never been a fan of make content that way. Plenty of content creator rely on that though. Is Modern in a healthy state right now? Yes, very, very much. Okay, looks like they still keep up that counter spell. Draw. Oh, iteration. I haven't made the best land drop though, I just realized. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna leave the bubble on top because that will guarantee my iteration to do something strong. Hand, bottom, exile, play bubble. Let's see what I hit. Instant, please. Thoughtseize. Nice. I like it. Do I want to attack for 1? No, I think I really want to play around Endurance this time. What's my final thought on Esmo turns? I think it's a fine deck, but like, you know it's not very good. It's just a fine deck. I wish I fetched up an island last turn. That was definitely a mistake. Explodes on top of your deck. That's interesting. That's an answer to Tourach, I guess. Omnat? Okay, so Omnat, ability on the stack, you Unholy Heat it, so that they cannot trigger it. Okay, draw. Now, I play for sure Tourach. And then whatever has remained, I'll play Thoughtseize. They discarded land and Prismatic Ending. Okay. Deputy of the... Wow, that's so many cards that do not kill the Tourach. Deputy of Detention, so wild. Why would you have that card in your modern deck? They didn't have Counterspell. I really expected them to have Counterspell the way they played. They return Urine to their hand. Cool. They drew a land, so their hand is Urine, Deputy, Solitude. Bad. Draw. And I think I'm gonna discard their whole hand here, huh? I'll go Tourach. Discard 2 cards at random. Actually, they remained with Deputy of Detention, which, like, it really does nothing. So I guess I just hold up Drown. Tuck you for 7. Pass. Counter. Alright, 4-1. But considering that losses to Living End don't count, as it's by a pretty wide margin the best deck in the format, we are 4-0. Woo-hoo! No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, this deck is very good. And you can add like 7 effect, like at least like something like this. You cut the Dispute, you cut, I don't know, the Explosives, and I think you got a better deck. I'm not a big fan of Terminate. I think this card is kind of clunky. I'd play something like this overall. I think every deck should play infinite of this effect if you want to have a remote chance against the Cascade deck. Mostly Living End. No reason to play Explosives for Rhinos. The Flusterstorm is as effective. Okay, chat. It's been fast and good. I mean, this deck is clearly very good. I don't know if it's better than Blue-Red Murktide. I think so, though. The fact that we have Tourach, the best card possible against 4-color, makes the black splash worth it. What about Chalice on 0? It's just that Flusterstorm, you can reuse it against Burn and against, I don't know, Dredge or so many things. Whereas Chalice on 0, only against Amulet Titan you can reuse it. And sometimes they just have Brazen Borrower or, yeah, and it's not even that effective. What do you think of the number of Shadow in the deck? Honestly, I can just see it to go down. Like, the good cards in the deck were Iteration, Ledger Shredder, Thoughtseize. I don't know about Drowning the Loch. Sure, I mean, it's a good card. Yeah. Do we need Shadow even? Yeah, I think you have 3. It's okay. Why only 3 Shadow? I don't know. The deck list is at 3. I think it's a proper number. Okay.